Hey guys, so what is love bombing? Love bombing is essentially using all the love languages to sweep her off her feet and keep her craving you. But why does love bombing have such a bad rep? Well, it's because of the intent behind the love bombing. Is it being done to manipulate, or is it being done to positively persuade her? In other words, is it a narcissistic love bomb, or is it a healthy love bomb? Let's explore. Welcome to Just the Tip Tuesday. Now, if you are love bombing from a narcissistic, selfish, manipulative standpoint, not good. Also, not good if you are love bombing from a place of desperation and not discernment. Desperation comes from feeling low value. Discernment comes from feeling high value. So you see, fine gentlemen, it's not just about the words or actions that you say or display. It's about the intention and mindset behind those words and actions. So love bombing. Love bombing is when you shower her with affection, attention, acts of service, positive compliments, kind deeds, or even gifts. Basically, you're throwing all the love languages at her. Now, if you've heard of the 5 love languages, write them in the comments below. I'm curious to know if you know what love languages are and what's your primary love language. If you stick with me, I'll share mine later. But let's go through them. What are the 5 love languages? Basically, love language is the way we express love and therefore usually interpret received love. So when we like someone or love someone or are attracted to someone, we tend to shower them with the kind of attention that we prefer to receive. Now, in the beginning, we tend to pull out all the stops. There's an naughty in there. And throw everything at the person of our affection and attention. And then as time goes by, we settle into what is naturally our primary love languages. Sometimes we have overlapping love languages, but most of the time we express and need love in a particular type of way. So let's get into the love languages. There is physical affection. There is quality time. There is words of affirmation, there is acts of service, and there is gifts. Now, if you love someone or express love in your love language and theirs is a different love language, they're not going to necessarily receive that love. They're not going to interpret it as love. But more importantly, for the context of this video, is your intention on expressing your love language to her or expressing love languages to her. You're love bombing her. Is it a good thing or is it super bad? Okay, well, it depends. And now I know I already hear you. You're saying like, Anna, this is way too complicated. I don't want to. I'm going to bow out. They're not worth it. No, it's not that complicated. And even if you do decide to bow out, just hang around and learn, because this might help you in other areas of your life if you ever have to deal with women. Okay, which you probably do at some point. So might as well be well armed. I don't have any muscles right now. Anyway, okay. Bad love bombing. Bad love bombing comes from narcissistic manipulation, just giving to get, basically, or it comes from desperation. Remember, desperation equals low value. If you see yourself as low value and you're love bombing this person of your interests because you don't feel worthy of her, she's going to feel that and it's going to be a turn off. And you're probably, if you've ever had a bad experience, you're like, I am not showing any signs of attraction or affection because that's backfired. No. It's only backfired if you were the too nice guy who was looking for getting back. The key is that in a healthy relationship, you both want to love bomb each other forever after. And what's more effective? Continuous bombing or selective missile strikes? Hopefully this won't get flagged during current times. But essentially, if it's random and or rare, it shouldn't be too rare, but random is good, then it comes as a surprise. It's one of those things that can help stimulate the relationship. And if you've watched my other videos, you know that women do need stimulation, at least the same level as you entered into the relationship with, or the relationship starts to feel stagnant. You get comfortable, she feels bored. I know, you don't have to be in a relationship. Heck, honey, if you don't want to be, I understand. But if you do, This is reality land. It requires continuous effort. If you don't want to make effort in this relationship, you're going to have to make effort to find the next one, and then you're going to have to make effort in that relationship. Or you don't have to at all. You can bow out. I don't know why you're here then, but okay, like, thanks for being here. All right, let's move on. Okay, let's look at some examples that might help you in the real world. So let's say you need acts of service to feel loved, and she needs quality time. So you drive her to an appointment, but you're on the phone the whole time, talking to somebody at work or something that needs to get done or whatever. And you think you're doing a good thing by driving her to this appointment. Meanwhile, she's feeling disappointed because her love language is quality time, which means she wants focused attention. She doesn't want you to be distracted. So it's not that one or the other is bad. It's just that you need to make adjustments so that both of you feel like you're being loved in the way you want to be. Make sense? Fix my hair. And what often happens is then you express your love language to her, doing things for her that you think you would want done for you, and she doesn't even notice. And then you start feeling taken for granted. Meanwhile, if her love language is something different, which in this case it usually is, then she feels like she's loving you in the way she would want to be loved, and she's not being appreciated for it because you don't see those things. And it's nobody's fault because we all assume that other people need to be loved the same way we need to be loved, but that's not the case. You got to figure it out so you know how to love each other, how to express love to each other in a way that's meaningful to your partner, and they should want to do the same thing for you. Or let's say your love language is words of affirmation. So you need to hear words like I love you, or I'm proud of you, or I'm proud to be with you, or some kind of words that make you feel good. And let's say her love language is gifts. Doesn't have to be expensive gifts. For someone whose love language is gifts, it's more about the thought than the cost. So she ends up buying you all these things that you think are a waste of money. Meanwhile, she's trying to express love and you're like, oh, let's return that thing. So she feels her love is rejected. Just like if she doesn't give you the words that you need and you're like, wow, she just doesn't appreciate me. But it's because that's not her love language. So you need to discuss. Relationships require communication. So looking back, have you ever been in a relationship with someone with maybe an almost opposite love language to yours, and you didn't feel loved and she didn't feel loved? Like, what was that story? What did that look like for you? Now looking back, does it make more sense? Write your story in the comments. It helps others. Let's help each other. And if you don't know what her love language is, even if you're just dating, it's a great way to figure out what your love language is. There's a little quiz online. Just look up 5 love languages quiz and you can take it and then have a conversation. Like that could be a discussion about, okay, what are things that you like that make you feel special? And you can express the things that you prefer that make you feel special. So if there is a connection, you're not going to get disconnected because you're not automatically able to express love in the way that she wants and vice versa. Make sense? Good. Okay, let's talk about when not to love bomb, and then I'll share my love languages. Can you guess? If you can guess what my love language is, guess in the comments. Guess. Okay, so when not to love bomb. Do not love bomb from a place of fear. Fear equals selfishness. So you're not going to love bomb to get something. You're not going to love bomb to manipulate. You're not going to love bomb for sneaky way of getting forgiveness. That's also a form of manipulation. If you're outright honest about it or playful about it or teasing about it, then you can get away with that because you're not trying to pull one over on her, just like you wouldn't want her doing the same thing to you, or to score points for future credits you're going to expect from her. That's not love. That's an exchange. In fact, that's a covert contract she's not even aware of or agreeing to. That's something that sometimes 2 nice guys do. If you want to know more about that, watch my nice guys playlist. Not that nice. Not the real nice guys, but the fake nice guys. So you want to make sure that you're not in a place of fear and selfishness, but you're in a place of love, because even though she may not be able to articulate why one intent from you might feel different than another, she knows it, and it makes her uncomfortable and it makes her want to pull away. All right, so if you're curious, my love language is physical affection. Who guessed right? Put your hands up. Oh yeah, never mind. Um, and I remember looking back, and the relationships that worked more easily were relationships where I had a partner whose primary love language was also physical affection. So if you're in a relationship, knowing your partner's love language will help you be able to express love for them in the way that they receive it. And you can ask for love in the way you receive it best. This is not being beta. This is like how relationships work, communication. Knowing your partner's love language, even if it's not the same as yours, will help you get through the challenging times. There will be challenging times, nature of relationships. And if you're not in a relationship and you're just in the courting stage or getting to know a girl, knowing her love language will help you continue to express love, affection, whatever, in a way that she will appreciate it. And knowing your love language, hopefully she will reciprocate. So in order to love bomb effectively, you want to throw out the love languages that are most appreciated, and you want to make sure that you're not in a place of manipulation, narcissistic tendencies, or desperation. Instead, you want to love bomb from a place of confidence, knowing your self-worth, knowing you can be okay on your own. You're just putting love in the love piggy bank for later when you're going to need it. So love bombing, is it super bad or super good? Again, it depends. If you have any questions about love bombing or the 5 love languages, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for being here. God bless.